UNC, we had split ourselves, believing that we were so good, the people of Ghana would see our goodness and give it to us. We were not organized. Rather, we were tearing at each other, destroying each other, telling all sorts of things about each other, assuming Ghanaians were not listening or watching. So when we cast the vote that year, to our surprise, Liman came first, got 600 and something. Victor Osu, the PFP candidate, got 500 and something. UNC Powele got 300. And suppose we hadn't split ourselves, 500 plus 300 and something, we would have won one touch. But once Liman got the lead into the second round, again, the way we hate ourselves. Before we knew, most of our people in UNC had gone to support Liman, even against our candidate, Victor Osu. That's how we lost it. I tell you, because we did that, we disappointed our country, Ghana, so much. That was how, may he rest in peace, Rawlings managed to succeed with the attempted coup and came to sit on Ghana for 19 long years, traumatizing the country. So sometimes when people are blaming, quietly I blame our tradition, our party. I'm not so much the tradition as the personalities in our party. We tend to be too self-centered. Kokrudu, I've told you, Buzia was a very lone member of the then parliament in the 1950s. The Northern People's Party came to that house. Buzia was there before NPP came. I think NPP came in 54. But Buzia had been there from Legislative Council to Legislative Assembly. But Legislative was a lone member against the very powerful machinery, highly organized machinery of CPP. But the way he performed and the principles he upheld, I believe those were the things that made the Northern People's Party, entering parliament then, or assembly, decide, look, you are alone, but be our leader. I hope you are getting the point. See, at this point, I would want to ask you, what's a party for? What is the central purpose of party? Yeah? To win power. That's I would say, the only purpose. If you are a party and you are not winning, once I said, people thought I was being too simplistic. I said, you might be better off being a messenger in a winning party than a general secretary that has no party. The purpose of party is to win power. We don't seem to want to learn. Please. We happen to be living in times. See, when I went to Parliament in 1969, the population of Ghana was just 10 million people. The whole Ghana. 10 million. As we speak now, population has moved to almost 40 million. I'm sure it might be even more. Full of youngsters who may not know anything of traditions. We are talking democracy. We are talking rule of law, accountable governance. We are talking private sector. Because we believe in wealth creation. Not because we are greedy, no. Without wealth, you may have the finest ideas, you can't implement the ideas. That's why we respect the private sector. We want to encourage the private sector to come into its own. If we have Ghanaian billionaires and they become billionaires legitimately, what's wrong with it? That's how the world moves. So we believe in these things. But then, with all these ideas, where is the organization? See, to organize in current times, you must strategize. Your opponent, I remember they built a headquarters and said they were opening a school. They come from a tradition of organization. The first president of Ghana told his followers, organization decides all. Organization. Drilling people like into soldiers, military. So they take organization very seriously. They may not have a good message, but if they are united and they have got propaganda, they've got propaganda, they would make falsehood seem truth. You may have all the ideas, but you are not organized. Everybody is boss. All the good things we've done in the service of our country, we are not even able to tell people, advocate and propagate and espouse. We did this and this, and because, not to boast, but these days, because of the pressures of life, people don't have long attention span. So if you are not making your points with digital times, sharp for people to get their imagination, they take you don't have a message. A party like ours, we don't have, seriously, central think tank. A think tank should work so objectively that even hard truths would be told to itself. It might not be palatable, but if the truth, know it. Because it's only when you know it you can begin to solve the problem.